Hey, Xavier from Wear Power Sports here. What I'm going to do today is probably one of the least enjoyable tasks you could ever undertake on a jet ski. I am replacing the old mat, the old turf mat on a Yamaha Wave Runner. I'm going to try and show you a nice shortcut on how to get this stuff off easily. If you go out there and read, you're going to hear about every kind of solvent that exists, anything from Goo Gone to MEK to stuff that's dangerous, stuff that's nasty, and no matter what you use, honestly, I've tried them all. If it really works that well, then I'm really worried about the finish on it. So I'm going to show you how to do this. A couple hours, not too bad at all. Safe for the finish, safe for you. So basically what I'm going to do first is show you what you're going to need for this. What I have here is I have a couple metal putty knives. Keep a couple plastic putty knives. Nice little propane torch or a map torch, whichever one you have handy. Good old carb cleaner. So I'm going to show you the ski here. It's about halfway done now, and then I'm going to record one section here so you can kind of see start to finish what it looks like. So here's what the ski looks like now. You can see I've already gotten started here, and one footwell's pretty cleaned out at this point, ready for the new stuff to go down. And I have a couple pieces still in place. You can see here's where I just took one off a minute ago. And what we're going to do is we're going to tackle this piece here right now. So I'm going to start close to the camera so you can get a good look at what's happening first, but then I'm going to move down to the other side and we'll speed things up a little bit so you don't have to watch every minute of it, but you'll get the point pretty quick. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to heat up the putty knife. We're going to use that. That's just going to burn right through the glue. And as long as you're careful when you're scraping down, you shouldn't have to worry about gouging into the fiberglass at all. Worst case, if you do get a couple scratches here and there, it's just going to get covered by the old mat anyways. So I'll show you what this looks like. So here you can see the old mat's gone, and I've got a lot of the glue off, but you can still see there's still quite a bit of heavy spots of glue. So I'm going to go a little bit more and scrape as much of the bulk of that off as I can. Okay, so now with the bulk of the glue removed, you can try Goo Gone, you can try everything else, but I'm telling you, nothing will work as good as just good old-fashioned card cleaner. Get some of that and show you. Even though I've never had a problem with the carb cleaner on the finish, just for good measure, I do still rinse the carb cleaner off. So we're gonna put it on pretty liberally, but then I keep some water handy and I make a couple passes of water just to dilute it. I'm being a little picky here, but I guess it is worth mentioning that I've long passed the point of having it good enough for the new mat to go down, but I'm going to be buffing the entire hull down pretty good before we actually reapply the new turf. So I'm taking it a little deeper than I normally would. Go over it with some water. We're very liberal with the water, again, just to dilute that carb cleaner. And there you go. You can see this one I haven't cleaned off with the carb cleaner yet. And here's the one we just finished. Okay, so just a couple safety notes on that. I use some pretty rugged gloves for this. They have very, very heavy rubber tips. I use these for shrink wrapping also in the fall. But these will allow me to put a lot of pressure directly on the putty blade without burning my fingers. It gets pretty hot. You have to keep the blade really hot, as I'm sure you noticed in the video. You really only get 15-20 seconds before you're going to have to put it under the torch again. So in order to do this, you noticed I have a torch running the whole time. So the other thing I would say is the putty residue is going to stay on that putty knife, and it kind of collects on there, and it eventually turns into an ash and falls off. So down in the bottom of the footwell where I keep the torch, I keep a little bit of a puddle of water down there, just so that when the stuff falls off, I don't have to worry about it falling into any old carb cleaner that was flammable, or anything else, just burning it in general. So, but overall, it took about 5 to 10 minutes for me to take off that one pad. Of course, there's a lot more to do on this ski, but overall, start to finish, this turns this. The first time I did one of these was probably 10 hours of elbow grease. I don't know how much solvents I went through to try this out and how many rags I went through. Overall, this is probably about a 2-hour job now, and the quality comes out perfect. So, hope it helps. Post your comments, questions, anything else you'd like to see. Otherwise, thanks for watching.